absolutely beautiful Capricorn friends, and welcome to your horoscope for October of 2021, where this month, Capricorn, we have got planets flying out of retrograde. Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury will all come direct, and it's pretty much back-to-back, sandwiched in between two lunar events, and then we head into Scorpio season. So it is an energetically busy month. If you haven't watched my video on Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter coming out of retrograde, I'll put a card up here so you can check it out. So please make sure that you do so, okay? All right, Capricorn, lots going on. Let's just get in here and see what's happening. Right at the beginning of the month on the 6th, it's a busy, energetic day. Please circle it on your calendar because we've just got two events happening. One of them happens to be in your sign. Now, first of all, we've got the new moon happening at 13 degrees of Libra. So this is going to light up the tip top of your chart, the 10th house, okay? So in the 10th house, this is where we do career, but also we do title. What do we know you as? What do we call you in public? What is your reputation that we would know you as if you were in public? Achievements live here as well. Now, when I say title, I want to be clear, what do we call you? Do we call you mom? Do we call you dad? Do we call you friend? Do we call you business officer, whatever, CEO, CFO? What do we call you and know you as? That's what I mean when I say title. Now, the new moon happening here is when we're going to plant our seeds of intention to begin something new here. We want a fresh start, fresh eyes, fresh perspective. This particular moon is in conjunction with Mars, nice and tight. Also, though, it is quincunx to Uranus. So while the new moon is making space for you, Capricorn, to bring in this new title, this new name, this new work project, right? You can plant your seeds of intention to begin something here. Mars is ramping it up. There's the desire to definitely make this happen. There could even be a heavier male influence around your business life in some way. The quincunx to Uranus that's happening here almost is this energy like, not exactly sure how this is going to make me money. Not exactly sure what the full value of this is just yet. Ooh, Mercury retrograde. So you will have the energy at this new moon to plant the seeds of intention to get it done, to get it started, to get it moving. You may not fully understand the way that it's going to unfold or pan out just yet, and that's okay. This energy will move on. Just watch over the next 4 weeks. Keep planning, keep strategizing, keep taking the baby step forwards, and that's the way you work the best with that quincunx energy, okay? Now, also on the 6th, we're going to have Pluto coming out of retrograde at 24 degrees of Capricorn. So right here in your sign. Now, Pluto has been in your sign for 8 years. This is nothing new. This is nothing new for 8 years, since 2008. This is nothing new. This is not new information to you. Pluto has said to you, Capricorn, and I know that you have seen it, felt it, heard it more than a handful of times. You have got to Phoenix. You have to die off in one way, Capricorn, in order to live in another. You have to grow or you have to go. Now, in the first house, this is the space of your identity. This is the space of your physical body. This is the space of how you're representing yourself out in public. So much about you, Capricorn, has been shed, has been moved in a different direction. I wonder if you look back at your life in 2008, all the way until now, as you're taking a look, do you even really recognize who you were then and now, right? Does it seem like, wow, this is really a different human than I was dealing with back then? I bet that you can say that that is absolutely true. So now that Pluto is direct, out of retrograde, you're ready to move forward as this different person. You get to show us, what did you do? Did you really survive the transition? And now you get to show us who you are on the public stage, okay? On the 7th, Venus is going to move into the energy of Sagittarius, so just right next door, so in the 12th house space for you. Venus moving into Sagittarius makes love, money, adventure, the things you want to attract into your life a lot more optimistic. Maybe even you want to expand your horizons a little bit. But in the 12th house space, all the way until November 5th, what Venus is stimulating here is, first of all, your dream life. Pay attention to what's happening in your dream life. Pay attention to what symbols you're being shown. Where are you seeing the same set of numbers, license plates? What's the same vision that you're having? Every time you walk in this direction, do you have a sense? Do you have a feeling? Do you have an experience that's happening for you? Pay attention to that because that is Venus attracting information to you for sure. And it is of a spiritual nature. It is of a symbolic nature. Now, the other thing Venus in your 12th house is doing is reminding you to pleasure yourself, rest, retreat, find joy, find deliciousness, find your affection, find your pleasure in the quiet spaces. Where do you need a massage? Right? Even if it's a self massage, you're like, Stormie, I don't have no money for a massage. That's fine. Where can you get a self massage going? Do you need to do some skin brushing? Make sure those lymph nodes are going okay. Where do you need to go home, Netflix, and chill with yourself? Where do you need to love on and tend to your spirit, right? Now, also in the 12th house, other things that I think of are, these could be times where you are stimulated to care for people of a specialized population. Do you have family members that have autism or something else that you're helping care for, elderly, babies? These could definitely be times where you see yourself being called in those directions as well. Now on the 10th, Saturn, your ruling planet, is going to come out of retrograde. This is like, whew, fresh air. You get to take a little bit of a deep breath, because when the ruling planet is retrograde, there is just something that kind of slows us down a little bit, or we feel slightly less vital. Now that Saturn is out of retrograde, ready to go direct at 6 degrees of Aquarius, I think you have this sense of that maturity that Pluto has also been pulling in, but in an external way, in the business world, in the outside world, your projects, your ideas, your money. You can find that you have gotten things more organized. So now that your money is going to be able to be stimulated by the changes and the maturity and the advancement that you've made over here. Now, just a few days later on the 18th, it's another very busy energetic day, so please mark it on your calendar. On the 18th, we're going to see Jupiter come out of retrograde at now 22 degrees of Aquarius, okay? So this is also still in the second house. So as Jupiter is coming out of retrograde, it's going to help expand this financial area. Right now, you can push and you can boost out, especially if you've been doing anything to get yourself prepped, set, and ready to be on the internet, to do something social, to align with social groups. If you have realigned your long-range plans and goals for yourself, this is really going to be where you can see that your money takes off into a different direction. But also, on that same day, we're going to have Mercury coming out of retrograde in the energy of Libra at 10 degrees. So, of course, lighting up that 10th house space. So, what a fortunate day. It's an energetically challenging day, because on stationing days, when planets are changing directions, this is energetically typically pretty challenging for us. But what a fortunate day that your money is ready to expand, your value, your self-esteem are ready to expand. And then you get this energy of Mercury coming out of retrograde, and it's like, yes, please make decisions about your business. Please make decisions about your company, your career, the direction you'd like to travel in your career, your title. At the end of the month, are you finding out that, yeah, you know what, I do want to date you. I am willing to be your girlfriend. I am willing to be your partner. I am willing to be your boyfriend. Yes, I am willing to sit on that board. Yes, I'm willing to take this volunteer position. At this point, Mercury direct says, yeah, let's make some decisions. Go ahead. Go for it. Everything is pretty well in your favor. As we get to the 20th, we're going to see this full moon happening at 27 degrees of Aries. Now, the full moon says that something needs to be ended, acknowledged, or an adjustment needs to be made here. In the energy of Aries, I don't want you to just think of Aries as this like big bad warrior. Because yes, that is absolutely true. We absolutely have that with Aries energy. But Aries is also the sacred gardener. So in your 4th house, which is where this full moon is lighting up for you, home, family, real estate, property, things in your home zone, your family, your own psychological foundation, things around property and land could be coming to an end for sure. But this could also be the call to you that you just need to make adjustments to garden, to nurture. Be the sacred gardener of your 4th house. Where can you plant things that need to bloom? Where within your own family structures can you weed out what doesn't need to be there anymore? And some of that means, Capricorn, giving forgiveness that has maybe not been able to be there. Venus is traveling through your 12th house. See it from a different perspective. Lend the compassion and allow that to be a piece of what this 4th house can actually bring deliciously to your table. Now, at the end of the month on the 23rd, we're going to see the sun moving into the energy of Scorpio. And then on the 30th, we'll see Mars moving into the energy of Scorpio. Both will light up your 11th house space. We'll see the sun traveling here until November 21st. And then we will see Mars traveling here until December 13th. Now, sun and Mars in the 11th house of friends, social groupings, social media, but also your long range plans, goals, designs, aspirations for yourself, but the plans you will make to get to those goals. That's what's also here in the 11th house. What's the plan you're going to make? What's the group you're going to align with to get this done? Humanitarian causes come in this area as well. So you get the sun and the Mars here, and you've got light, heat, life, and motivation. So you're motivated. You're ready to move. New friends could be coming in. You could have a stimulated social time. Are you attending a social grouping in some way, shape, or form? Because this could definitely be that energy. And Mars has got you going in action, right? But Mars is still Mars, and I don't ever want us to forget that. If there are conflicts within groups, if there are actions, conversations that need to be had to root out, Scorpio, things that have been going on in your groups, things that have been going on in your long-range plans for yourself, if you need to take a different turn with your social media, Mars is going to help that happen as well, because Mars is as interested in conflict as he is as just plain old as motion and movement and action. Now, the other thing I do want to point out to you at this point of the month, as we're heading into November, where I think you have the energy to take a lot more forward motion, there's a lot of planning still in October, is that this Mars energy here with the sun is, if you want a different social group in your life, if you've changed so much, Capricorn, that you don't actually fit with the groupings that you've been a part of for a while and you crave new friends, create the fellowship that you seek and they will come. Okay, so if you're looking for friends, if you're looking for those groups, you're looking for a social media follow, create a safe space, create a brilliant space, create a vibe and space, and they will come. All right, my beautiful Capricorns, I hope you have a gorgeous month. Please keep me posted on what's happening. Who are the new friends coming in? What's happening in your home? What are you doing with your business? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next month. Bye, friends.